and stay locked in. This is the Conservative as Christ Show.
Peace and blessings, family. I'd like to welcome you all to the Conservative as Christ Show with LJ and the Wretch. Today is Monday, February 3rd, 2025. It has been another beautiful day our Lord has made, and we will continue rejoicing and being glad in it. It has been a while, brother. What is good with you?
Oh, nothing, man. Just enjoying this weather. And got out and rode my bike. And so, yeah.
Man, weather has been crazy. Today was like in Oklahoma, man. If you had the pleasure of being outside today in Oklahoma, you were blessed. It was a beautiful day out there today. It feels like springtime, but the bugs don't know. You know what I'm saying? The bugs, it's still supposed to be cold, so they're not out. So you just out there chilling. Right. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing.
You seen bugs today?
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. It's springtime, but the bugs don't know it's springtime. They still wherever they be during the spring. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice. It's nice, man. It was a good day. Good
oh,
day
that's what you see, because they wasn't. They didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't.
They still sleeping.
They still sleep.
Still sleeping.
Yeah, groundhog popped up. He the weatherman. He popped up, said there's gonna be some more winter. Yeah, and I'm like, man, the groundhog. Not in Oklahoma. It feels. I'm telling y'all, it feels like spring today. Felt like spring.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good time, good moment. February, yeah. So I'm looking forward to Sunday church Sunday. It's gonna be a good time. Church is best thing about church. It is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And so I gotta be there picking the kids up at 4:30. So it goes. I don't get home till like 8:15. So that's the best thing about church.
So you're not gonna be watching the Super Bowl?
No.
You be boycotting the Super Bowl?
No part of that. I'm not boycotting. It's just my personal reasons why I'm not watching it.
Personal reason. That got anything to do?
You know
with
you know what the best thing is about Super Bowl?
Well, what?
One of those teams is gonna lose. The Eagles or the Chiefs is gonna lose next week. That's the best thing about Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you had to root for one, if somebody was like, look, man, you have to root for one of these teams, who would it be?
Oh, the Eagles.
Has to be, right?
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah, because they only have two.
Yeah.
But, of course, I'll hear all these Eagles fans, fly, Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. But, they still little brother at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Rent-free in their head. When they was playing the Commanders fans that was tailgating with the Eagles fans, they were saying, we want Dallas, Dallas sucks, Dallas sucks. Rent-free in y'all head. That's because ESPN, Fox Sports, Barstool, Bleacher Report talks about the Cowboys no matter what. No matter what.
What happened to your Lions? Thought you was a Lions fan this year.
Hey, they didn't get the job done, so
throwing them out.
I was rooting. Man. They had too many injuries, and Matt told me about the injuries. I just was, hoping that they would get it done, but maybe next year, or maybe not. We'll see what my boys look like. We got a whole new coaching staff coming. Y'all don't have your coach yet.
Not yet. I seen a meme where they had three doors. Like one was like $500,000. One was like it was something like dinner with somebody, and the other door was like punch Derek Carr in the face. And the guys kicking down the door that says punch Derek Carr in the face. I'm telling you, man, Saints fan, they ain't got no love for Derek Carr, man.
No love for Derek Carr. No love for Derek Carr.
Zero, man. But I mean, it's Super Bowl coming up. Is wild times, family. It's wild times. It's wild times in the other big sport of politics too. And I was talking to a brother the other day, and he was telling me that, man, I get most of my politics from you. And I'm like, whoa, brother. You can't You can't be getting most of your politics from me. The same way you question me on sports and the same like basketball and football, the same way you question me about anything else we talking about, please question me like that when you hear me talking about politics, because it's too much going on. The Trump administration is doing way too many things for you to be taking what I say as fact. You need to go read up on this stuff for yourself and find out about it, because we need to be Bereans about this, family. The Bereans, they say, and in Acts, they say, hey, look, the Bereans was more noble than the Thessalonians because they didn't just take what Paul said as fact. They went back and checked the scriptures to see if what Paul said was true. And they said they was more noble for that. And that's what y'all need to do with anybody you listening to about politics. You need to go back and check whatever you need to check to make sure what they saying is true before you just take it as fact. And then just for my Christian family, know that when they went back and checked the scriptures, they did not go back and check the New Testament. That was not the scripture yet. They went back and checked the Old Testament. So you need to fully understand Christ and what Paul was talking about. You need to read your Old Testament. You need to know what's going on up in there, because that's what they went to go check, to go find out, to see if what Christ was saying, what Paul was saying was true. And all Paul was doing was speaking Christ. We need some of that Old Testament. And that's relevant now because
I'm teaching Old Testament tomorrow.
Amen. What you coming out of?
Jeremiah 29, 4 and 14. 4 through 14.
Come on, I don't know it like that. You got to tell me what it is.
So you know the famous scripture, for I know the plans I have for you.
Yeah.
That says the Lord plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but to prosper you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell the kids, basically, God loves you, and no matter what you did, he still has love for you. Because we're doing a series on God's love right now. But the whole thing is, the Israelites, they were in captivity because they got the Babylonians they got destroyed by the Babylonians. They destroyed Jerusalem and everything. So they're in a place where they're in captivity. They're stressed out. They're upset. But God is saying through Jeremiah, the prophet, I still got you. Okay. But at the same time, you guys need to build your houses. You guys need to live here. You need to have a life and treat them right. Pray for the Babylonians. And so, it's a whole series. It's a whole teaching that I'm going to do tomorrow on God's love towards them and also the Babylonians. But he also says, but you need to repent, okay? Because they didn't learn their lesson, okay? You can go back to Gideon and them wanting Samuel as the king and all that stuff. They never learned their lesson. Moses brought them out, didn't learn their lesson, okay? We still gonna worship Baal, okay? But God still was there. God still was there. And that's the message that I'm going to convey to the kids tomorrow, that, hey, God is still going to be there for you. But at the same time, you don't know when you're going to leave this earth. So, at the end, I'm going to say you got to be in Christ. You got to believe in Jesus Christ. Okay? That's, at the end of the day, you got to believe in Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, getting your Old Testament, family, and because that's the reason why I bring that up is because I understand that no matter what's going on in politics, no matter what our president doing or he's not doing, or our governor's doing, or senators, anything like that, no matter what's going on, I know God is in control. God is on the throne, and I say that because Hakeem Jeffries is he's the equivalent of Mike Johnson on the Democrat side. So if the Democrats had the power, had the Congress, he would be the Speaker of the House, the third most powerful man in the country. Because if something was to happen to Trump, and if something was to happen to J.D. Vance all at the same time, we'd be looking at President Mike Johnson. Y'all already voted for that. There's nothing you could do about it. Mike Johnson would be the president. He's the third most powerful man in the world. And Hakeem Jeffries he would be that if the Democrats had the Senate. So he tweeted out that this is after Trump did something wild. He tweeted out, God is on the throne. And so this is the response of Sam Seder. Sam Seder does a show called The Majority Report. This guy, if you're looking at Charlie Kirk on the right, you should, to get the other side, you should look at to see what somebody like Sam Seder has to say about it. His show, his slogan is left is best. He considers himself a left-wing person. I think he likes center left because there's even more left-wing than him. But this is his response to Hakeem Jeffries saying God is on the throne.
sometimes they go for the low-hanging fruit, and they refuse to expend any capital that the moment gives them to educate the public. And this is what, this is my small critique for Pritzker. It's a much bigger critique for folks like Chuck Schumer and Jeffries. And put up that Jeffries. Do we have that Jeffries tweet? I mean, you got to give me a freaking break here.
Print it out.
You cannot say this is the most important election this is an existential threat. And then Hakeem Jeffries puts up, what are you going to do? God's still on the throne. Excuse me? What the F are you talking about?
I'm not surprised.
We save time when we buy.
Yeah, man. He
Yeah, I'm not.
Where the F is God in dealing with these workplace discrimination? Where the F is God in dealing with NIH grants? I mean, if God's on this throne, what's he doing up there? What is he doing? She's looking down going, hey, you know what? The Medicaid payments? I got other shit to do.
Define minors as people up to age 19.
Listen, a lot of this stuff is petty. I'm just going to wait for huge wildfires. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. Let's see. Listen, when I decide to flood the whole planet, that's when you'll hear from me. Good luck, Hakeem. You know what? You know what else comes and goes? Not just presidents, humans. Honestly. I mean, I remember this place where there was no humans. What's the big deal? The dumbest. Put that back up again. I can't imagine if I was to sit down and write an Onion level response for how Democrats would respond to the I know Hakeem Jeffries because he is the Speaker of the House, or I should say the minority leader now for the Democrats. The Democrats are a political party. They're involved in politics. If we don't have to worry about any of this shit because God's on the throne, what are we doing here? Why is he in politics? Get your ass to the church or wherever it is that you praise God and do your work there. Have somebody who goes in and believes in politics.
You know what I like to see come and go is party leaders who fail. I like to see them come and go.
This is just astonishing to me. The more I see it, the more enraged I get. The President of the United States basically shut down the government, fundamentally undermined one of the core principles of the way our government functions. Congress appropriates things, the president and the executive execute it. And this dude's going like, hey, I mean, here's another idea. Don't fucking tweet if that's what you got.
Yeah, man. So he really didn't like that Hakeem Jeffries thinks that God is on the throne.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, he's an atheist. So
I don't know if he's an atheist or not.
That's what atheists say. I mean, every time I hear atheists talk against God, this is things they say.
But I just think he.
Where is God? Why he let this happen? Why does God? If there is a God, why does he let bad things happen?
Right. That's a conversation that's a different conversation. I would love to have that conversation with him, but I think he thinks that Hakeem Jeffries is just saying God is on the throne, so I don't have to worry about that Trump just shut down the government. I think like Hakeem Jeffries is just gonna say, oh, well, I'm not going to do anything because God is on the throne. No, I think he's just saying God is on the throne. I'm not going to let that, make me lose my mind, but I'm still going to fight for the Constitution. I'm still going to fight for the people. Now, you might not like how Hakeem Jeffries is fighting, but that's another conversation. But I just think that this right here is an overreaction, thinking that Hakeem Jeffries is saying he's not doing nothing, because I feel the exact same way that, yeah, God is on the throne. But I disagree with what Trump is doing and what Trump is allowing Elon Musk to do to the government. Because, and that's the other video, that the Pritzker video on the next one, because this is what he's complaining about, that Hakeem Jeffries is responding to guys on the throne. Trump's trying to shut down the government, and this is what this guy says that did to their state.
Oh, Illinois.
Yeah, in the Prisco.
Oh.
So this is what they're responding to what Trump did
today in Illinois. Donald Trump's administration is lying to you. The White House's attempt to walk back what they did today does not match what we saw on the ground. They assured us that Medicaid would not be affected. That was a lie. Our state agencies were unable to access the Medicaid system until an hour ago, preventing payments for services. And this has been reported from states across the nation. When we reached out to federal agencies, they informed us that they have been directed not to discuss any guidance with states. They have canceled previously scheduled meetings for this week. The White House assured us that Head Start would not be affected. That was a lie. Providers across the state experienced outages, and some were unable to make their payroll. They assured us that they were doing nothing to take away individual assistance from the most vulnerable people in our state, but they refused to say that they would restore LIHEAP, the Low-Income Housing Energy Assistance Program, payments to support the unemployment system, and Meals on Wheels. These are programs that hundreds of thousands of Illinoisans depend on: children, seniors, veterans, working parents. Let's just be clear about what happened over the last 24 hours. At 7:42 p.m. last night, we saw a memo from the White House saying that they were pausing federal funding across the board. This morning, along with all 50 states across the country, we discovered that our ability to access critical federal funding had been cut off. And now the administration would like us to believe that these were just coincidental website outages. Donald Trump and his administration have not earned the benefit of the doubt. They are either lying to us or they are critically incompetent. This is what happens when you staff the federal government full of Project 2025 contributors that don't have any experience governing and don't think that the laws apply to them. The consequences of their actions are not hypothetical. They are not numbers on a spreadsheet. These are real people, ordinary Americans struggling to afford groceries, rent, and health care. Donald Trump promised to lower prices for average Americans his first week in office. Name one thing that he's done to accomplish that. Prices have gone up, not down. Let me say this in no uncertain terms. What the president is trying to do is illegal. Let me say that again. What the president is trying to do is illegal. I know these are challenging times, and the Trump administration is trying to confuse the American people. That's why it's so important that we speak plainly. I was very happy to hear as I entered this room today that an administrative stay has been granted. Let me assure you, the state.
And so, yeah, that's what Trump did, and that it wasn't just Illinois that had those problems. It was states across the nation that had those same problems. And like you said, the state was granted a judge because it's a judge's rule like, nah, you gotta stop this. It's on pause till they work it out in court, I guess, because it appears that it was illegal because Congress has appropriated those funds, and we talk about it on this show a lot. Congress owns the purse. The president just can't come and stop it.
I haven't heard that in Oklahoma. So Illinois is one of the states that's ran so wrong, at like the top 3 states that sucks. So, I mean, I haven't heard it in Oklahoma. So, Governor Pritzker, you need to go fire your staff or go fire the people that's telling you this or something. So,
no, it's not anything that's fake. It's something the president did. It's something the president did that caused problems for not just Pritzker's the one that I found talking about it in that way. But it's something that happened, and it's real.
So those are individual assistants. The president, the press secretary, and I forgot who else said if you're getting individual assistance, that's not being affected. It's the government contract programs. That's on a hold.
And that's what he just came on and said. What the press secretary was telling you is a lie. This is his. This was after the press secretary had that conference. This was after that. He was like, "Hey, that's a lie," and it's a lie because I'm telling you on the ground what happened. All these programs were affected. That's there.
It might have been effective for his illegal immigrants he's trying to hold.
That's what I'm saying, family. That's why you got to go look at this stuff.
Come out.
This is why you got to go look at this stuff for yourself, family. But understand that your vote matters. Your vote counts, and you can't just go off what these politicians are saying. You got to go look and see, hey, what they're doing. And it's unfair because it's work. You should be able to believe them, but you can't. Not the ones we have. So we got to do better than the ones that we elect. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be better in who we electing, because you can't believe them. You have to go and do this research. And this research is saying that everything Trump is doing is hurting us. Like the one so far. Now his gamble paid off. Did you hear how his conversation with Mexico and Canada went?
Yeah. So use tariffs as a negotiation tool.
The stock markets was crashing, man. You don't play. Trump even said, he said like, hey, if Canada wants to go there, we can go there, and yeah, it's gonna hurt. He's willing to allow us pain for his bluff. Like all it looks like to me is that Canada and Mexico's presidents love their people more, because they was like, man, okay, Trump, we're gonna give you these people at the border. Okay, Trump, we gonna help. We gonna let you label the cartels as terrorist groups so you can come and do what you want. We gonna let you do that to not hurt our people. You know what I'm saying? But if they were willing, if they were willing to stand on it and be like, nah, it would have hurt us, and Trump didn't care. Trump said, yeah, it's going to hurt. If they want to do that, it's going to hurt a little bit. Even you said they need us more than we need them, so they're going to cave eventually. I don't like my president playing with my life like that.
He's not playing my life just because I can't go. Just because the things that's going to go up at Walmart would have been like Airwick that you plug into the wall. I mean, I haven't bought that, and
that's all. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's going to go up.
It's not like eggs or some stuff that we make ourselves.
Eggs are already up.
Eggs are up now. That flu that went up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about everything else?
The stuff that we make ourselves is not going to go up.
What about we don't make nothing ourselves anymore? That's a problem.
Yes, we do make stuff ourselves.
Man.
We make a lot of stuff. We make a lot of stuff.
If you were doing targeted tariffs, you could do that. You could put targeted tariffs on the things that we create. But a lot of our produce, a majority of our oil and our fuel comes from Canada. A majority of our produce comes from Mexico.
Yeah, and they got a lot of businesses here that we let them have too, and they don't let us have our businesses over there like we do theirs. We are in like trillions and $1 trillion in deficit, and when it comes to trade and in the world.
Man,
in the world,
there are people,
we last.
Family, there are people who know way more about that. But if you just go on YouTube and look up trade deficits and what they mean, and you go do research and find people from both sides, because there's way more people who can talk more intelligently about it than LJ and I can. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's what I'm saying. Like this show is not the show for you to get, your politics. You can hear about what's going on. You can hear our perspective on it, but you better go find out for it by yourself, because I'm telling you what LJ just said is full of foolishness. I'm telling you what he just said about trade deficits is full of foolishness. He's repeating what Trump say, and Trump is full of foolishness.
I read that.
because the person who wrote it gave it to Trump. He gave it to Trump to say, because I guarantee you is a billionaire adjacent person who making money off of this administration.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one of his billionaire friends you always talk about?
Most of his billionaire friends in office now, in the government now. Well, but look, man,
what happened to his billionaire friends when the 34 felony counts? What happened to his billionaire friends when his house got raided? Why didn't his billionaire friends help him with that? I mean,
what point you making?
What that's stuff that you would think your billionaire friends would help you with. They didn't help him. He got him.
No. So you when I say friend, I don't mean billionaire friend like you and I are friends. I mean billionaire friends who's bought him, who they own. The reason why they didn't help him because they don't care nothing about him. The reason why they would him now because he's brought them and because they bought him and he'll take that. He'll take that. Again, man, you like I told you Trump wasn't a real billionaire. You showed me the thing saying that he had $6 billion. $6 billion is nothing to Elon Musk. $6 billion make Trump closer to you and I than it does to Elon Musk.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But your whole premise, the whole platform. So this is what I learned with the Project 2025 stuff. You have to stop for a minute and think, okay, the reason why people hate Project 2025 is because they think it's bad all the way around. Like, they think the whole thing is bad. So you got to understand that they're speaking from the whole premise of Project 2025 is bad. So you speaking from the whole premise of Elon Musk is bad.
No, I'm not speaking from the premise that Elon Musk is bad.
I don't think he is. I think he does manage.
It doesn't matter what I think about Elon Musk or whether he's good or bad. I'm looking at what he's doing right now for the country, and it's bad. I'm looking at what Trump.
Bad?
Elon Musk. Okay, whatever you think about USAID, whatever you think about that company, that organization, it's a federal organization. He's basically shut it down, gave the people no notice. Whatever you think about what it's doing around the world, whether you think it's warranted or not, it is doing things in the world helping. He's came in and shut that down. What is he gonna? Okay, you do that, make a big fuss. What you gonna do with the funds now? You're gonna give it back to the people? Well, let's watch and see what he's gonna do with those funds. But until he does something with those funds, the American workers that he's slave. I don't know if he's offering them a deal. I don't know what he's doing with all these workers. He done said y'all can't come to work anymore. And that's before you get to the stuff about why does he have all this? Why does he have so much security clearance? Like, what warrants him to have this clearance to go in there and shut people down and look at their privacy information? So that's what I want. So regardless of what I thought about him before he got into the government, what I think about him now is he's not doing anything good for the people. That's that. Donald Trump, yeah, he won his bet. He bluffed. It wasn't a bluff. It passed. But in the meantime, the markets tanked. People hurt. That people got hurt, and he was willing to let us get hurt more. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want my president gambling with me like that. I don't want him gambling with the American people like that. So you could think what you want about the people. You could feel what you want about them. Only thing is the facts that we got, and we kept saying we'll see. Since he's been in office these first few weeks, he hasn't done what he said he was going to do, other than lock immigrants up in Guantanamo Bay. He didn't even say he was going to do that. He took it a step forward. He's doing everything. Everything he said he's going to do in immigration, he's going to do that. And the reason why they bring in television cameras to show that is to distract from the fact that they dismantling the government, family. They taking the government apart, and the government is the thing that put checks and balances on these corporations.
Yeah, you got the aid department. So what the federal, if it's a contract, yeah, you gone, because that happened to me at Tinker when Barack Obama was president. So if you're a federal employee, you can't just be gone. They got to give you at least to September 30th. They got to give you a severance. They got to keep paying you. So the aid department, what else you got besides this? The DEI program.
Look, man.
Because you say shutting the government down. So
what I showed you, the video we just watched with Pritzker, that's a full shutdown. That was multiple departments was shut down. All kind of stuff stopped with that. Head Start program, LIHEAP, all kind of stuff to help the people. Meals on Wheels, they named it all. Medicare, Medicaid, like they you know, he's doing a lot. You tell me what he done that was good.
He's done what he said he was going to do. He's done what we voted for.
I thought he was going to bring down taxes. I thought he was going to bring down prices. Prices not down.
He did an executive order to see what's going on with the prices.
Oh, he did executive order to look and see. He said he was going to stop at day one. He didn't say he was going to do executive order to look and see. He did an executive order
to for his Treasury Department to see how we can bring down prices.
So to see how we can bring down prices. So when's the date on that? When it happens? He said he was going to bring them down day one.
I haven't read it.
He said he was going to bring them down day. The point is, you can't
bring it down day one.
Oh, so he was lying.
I don't know when he said he's going to bring it. He said he's going to bring it down there where he's going to do something. What he did was did an executive order to try to see what's going on. How can we bring the prices down? Let's look and see how we can do it. An exploratory
committee. What they did our people in Los Angeles with the reparations. They're going to do an exploratory committee.
I mean, I wouldn't expect nothing else from you, but that's what he did. Do what he said he was going to do. He did what the voters voted for. He did. He did the immigration stuff. If you look at Agenda 47 and you look at those executive orders, that's exactly what he did.
If you look at it, if you look at Agenda 47 and you look at Project 2025, did the same thing, and that's exactly what he did.
And that's exactly what I was talking about.
That's exactly
as far
what he
as
did.
Saying the whole thing of Project 25 is bad. A lot of stuff in Project 2025 is actually good. Not the whole. There's some stuff in there that I don't like, that he don't like as well. That's why it wasn't in Agenda 47.
The stuff he did. Okay, so maybe you like dismantling the government. So maybe you think that, and you think that's good. I don't. I
like
that's
getting
good.
rid of unnecessary things in the government. I think the government is too big. I've got a personal experience of working in the government, so I see people, quote unquote, work from home, and they not really working from home. So yeah, I believe in getting rid of unwanted spending and trying to figure out how to manage that, because those are our tax dollars at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, I believe in doing something to save spending, to stop the spending, because inflation happens when the government spends more money. That's where inflation comes from. When the government spends, that's where inflation comes from. So I believe in, yes, let's try to figure out how we can reduce the amount of spending that we're doing. So it just, yeah, I like that. That's why I'm not Steve Bannon, okay, against Elon Musk. He's got some personal deal with Elon Musk. So I was watching him today. He was like, yeah, Elon Musk's in the White House. I don't know. I guess he can look at the checkbook and yeah, I'm not Steve Bannon.
Hey, family.
But
look.
he makes some good points. He does. But he's at the White House too. So he did his show from the White House during the whole inauguration week. So he's in, but he just got this thing towards Elon Musk. I think it's because Laura Loomer is on his show a lot, Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
So I think that's got him like you missed, you did that to my friend or whatever. But
man, I say you can think what you want about Elon. I just think everything he's doing so far is not good for the people. I don't think anything Trump has done. I mean, his bluff worked. The tariff thing, like, people gonna give him credit for that. Like I said, I just feel like he gambling with us. I don't like.
If you were paying attention to conservative talk show hosts, whether it's podcast, live stream, terrestrial radio, TV, when they talked about tariffs, they were saying this is a negotiation tool. That's all it was saying. This is a negotiation tool. It may or may not happen. And they were kind of thinking it probably won't happen. This is just a negotiation tool. Okay? But I'm here to say if it does happen, it is going to affect somewhat. But it's going to be about how long does it go? How long does it go? So, and nobody that I found, and I listen to all kind of conservative talk shows and podcasts, is saying, yeah, let's do the tariffs. Let's keep them going. Let's keep them to the summer, to the winter, let's just do this trade war till we, let's just continue the trade war, no matter what. Nobody's saying that. So everybody's saying if it does happen, we hope it doesn't, last a long time.
But, it looks like it's off. Look, I'm telling you, look like they did enough. Like right now, it's only supposed to be for 30 days. I think they held it 10 days, something like anywhere from 10 to 30 days. Look, like you say, but I think it's gonna stick.
I just asked somebody that's the Blexit state director of Illinois. He said he hasn't been told about what Pritzker's talking about. He said he's seen that press conference, but that might have happened. I've worked in the government. Stuff crashes, the networks crash, and all that stuff. It might have happened. So they might have got a gotcha moment.
Are we saying on air that Blexit Illinois is reporting?
No.
That okay.
No, don't let Pierre come get me. No.
I'm just saying, man. Come on, don't come break it out like we. Like I said, we family go check.
That's not what I'm saying. The guy that lives in Chicago told me that.
Okay, yeah. Better. The guy that lives in Chicago. Family, check it out. Family, if you're from Chicago, let us know if Pris cut that line.
And if you from anywhere and you lost your your Medicaid or Head Start, food stamps, whatever, all that stuff that's individual assistance that they said wasn't going to be affected.
Yeah, because
If
you
you
saying
lost
was
it,
that. Yeah,
Yeah, let us know.
for sure. We
Let us know that you went to the store and your card didn't work, or you went to the doctor and they couldn't pay, or they said you had a balance or something that day, or you couldn't get your kid in the Head Start,
yeah.
something.
Yeah, fam.
I think he's trying to take attention away from him harvesting illegal aliens.
Harvesting them?
That's exactly what they're doing. But actually, Pritzker, I give him some credit. Pritzker's actually telling Brandon Johnson, look, bro, you need to we don't want criminals here. So at least let them get the criminals.
What do you do with all the reporting and about him getting more than just criminals or just getting all these people? How do you feel about taking immigrants to Guantanamo Bay? Like how do you feel about that?
I feel good about criminals going there because that's all I've heard was criminals are going there. I haven't heard that's like the regular people. The regular people are there because they got in the way or they didn't tell ICE whether they was trying to hide somebody or something like that, and they were illegal too. So that's why you got those other people inside of there.
Come on, man. We can't be for that, man. We can't be for sending people to Guantanamo Bay. It's one thing to put them on a plane and send them back. That's why it was cool. I think it was it Colombia who the guy was like, hey, look, all right, we're gonna send our own plane though. You know what I'm saying? We don't like the way you sending them over here. We'll take them.
Hey, you know
we'll
what?
Send our own
C-17 is very comfortable. If you just sit down in your seat, okay, and then just make sure your legs is together and just sit there. It's very comfortable. I rode to Afghanistan in it. Okay, you can fit 300 people. We fed a whole battalion. We fit a whole battalion in there. Yeah, but it's still Air Force though. But I don't know why. Well, maybe the Navy flew. I don't know because they got more planes. But yeah, they don't want the military. They want the commercial, and the commercial don't want to fly something like that. No commercial airlines is gonna want to do that. So. And I get it. I get it.
Yeah, family. Yeah. We got to be better. We got elections matter, man. We voted for this family. We got so many people didn't vote in this election.
I'm good with sending them to Guantanamo Bay until we can take you back to the house.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It can't be
criminals that's been charged with and convicted.
I'm saying, if you know where all these criminals at, go get the criminals. But they getting so many people who aren't criminals. It looks like I don't believe you know where all these criminals are if you gotta mistakenly get all these people who aren't criminals to get to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you just got there grabbing people.
No, they not just grabbing people. Yeah, they going to where the last known location was of the criminal or whatever the investigation the information they got where the criminal is. That's where they're going. And then it's people in there, and they cause no, you can't. Okay, you coming too. If you guys won't get out the way, you coming too. It'll be the same thing if somebody had a warrant like a bad warrant. You know what I'm saying? Where they got to knock down a door or something like that, and you get in the way of the police department, and this guy's got a double homicide on this, you know what I'm saying, a warrant for that. You going to jail too. Because you get in the way, you're getting in the way of us arresting this guy.
And you believe? I just don't believe there's that many people with double homicides on them, man. I don't believe all these. I don't believe we have this many people.
No,
with
I'm not
double
saying
highs
that I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah,
yeah. No, it was
like I'm hearing the crimes of stuff like shoplifting. That's a criminal. Huh?
Yeah. Well, you're already a criminal because you jumped over you came in illegally already. So you can't break no law. That's the thing. You can't come over illegally then break a law.
Coming in illegally is not the same thing as stealing from a store. Coming from illegal is more equivalent to a traffic ticket than it is to stealing to the store. So you get
a traffic ticket is not a federal crime. Because
it's a crime in every
like
state.
if I go to Detroit right now and I
It's
take a canoe,
whatever the federal crimes equivalent is to a misdemeanor, that's what crossing the border is treated like. It's not.
it was treated like that when Biden was in.
It should be treated like that. That's how it should be treated.
That's why we at where we at now. You got thousands of kids. You don't know where they at.
I'm just saying, like, stealing, shoplifting is not okay. Whatever you think about it, this is how crimes rank. You cross the border illegally, okay, that's a crime. But if you do nothing else, if you're a perfect person from now on, that's not bad. A person who steals, okay, that as this dude was shoplifting. A person who assaults someone, okay, that nobody who kills someone. There's levels to all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying a person who's just on the shoplifting level, I don't need you going to arrest them and taking them to Guantanamo Bay. I don't need that. I don't need my tax dollars going to that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you breaking into schools and stuff and all this to get to somebody who was shoplift, who came over here illegally and then was shoplifting. People who commit assault and all that, yeah, go get them. Go get the people who commit assault. I'm gonna go get the Americans who commit assault. You know what I'm saying? Like but shoplifting, like,
I'm trying to find it. They've been putting on the White House website everybody they capture. I have to have that ready for Wednesday.
Ready for Wednesday for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
No, man.
Because maybe if all they did was like steal some gum or some who's going to steal some gum? I don't know. What do people steal? Like some clothes or some like food or what?
Some food. Whatever they stole, they got caught stealing.
Yeah, maybe not send them to Guantanamo Bay.
Those people, don't send them.
Yeah, just put them on the plane. But also, that is a holding place too, because until Congress, this is what Byron Donalds was talking about. I was watching him yesterday, and Congress needs to approve the package for more money. Okay, so they can have more facilities and stuff to put people that. Because Rubio is still in negotiations with like Venezuela and stuff to send some of the people back. So until those negotiations are done, I think it's actually, he was doing it today. I think it's done actually. But they need Congress to approve the package for more funding. So that's kind of a holding place too. It's not like the Guantanamo Bay where they sent ISIS and stuff or Al Qaeda.
It's the exact same Guantanamo Bay.
It's not the same. I don't think they being treated the same. You know, I mean, I haven't seen it.
They not, man.
You know, but that was like, if you step foot on the sand, we're gonna shoot your toe off. That's how that was. You know what I'm saying? That's how that was. But yeah, that's also a holding place too, because but I don't have a problem them taking the bad actors there. And the most, to me, when I was watching all this, like when I seen. Whatever video. It ain't just Dr. Phil. There's some other people went out there as well. When I seen him out there,
why they filming this, man? Why are they filming this? Come on, man.
Why
what
is he
y'all
out
doing?
there? So we can see what's going on.
No, man. Come on, man. I'm telling you, it's
because all that's going to happen if you don't film it at some point. If you don't do some filming, because they know what's going to happen, right? The Democrats are going to try to use this. They're going to try to use up Boiler, this crime somewhere or whatever. That's that the thing that happened with the school. They tried to blame it on ICE. It wasn't ICE. It was the Secret Service, okay, in Chicago. But they're going to use whatever they can as far as somebody crying or whatever. That's why you got to have something on camera. You got to have something on camera.
They filming it so you can watch that and not watch them tear down the government, man. Well, that's why they filming it, man. They don't want you to see them tearing down the government, man. They don't want you to see it. Is too much going on, family. Too much going on. I'm telling you.
The government, it's a lot of the government that needs to be reduced.
Hey,
so
y'all, you know how
you can call it tear down if you want.
You know how in sports, like right after the big game, everybody always starting the off season looking forward to the next season. Family, it's time. We lost this one. You know what I'm saying? This dude up in here doing wild stuff. We gotta hope the courts stand up. The courts that he owned. The courts that we gotta hope that stand up.
He don't own it.
Yeah, they got some people, man. Like
He lost some battles. It
hasn't got to the Supreme Court. This stay, I can't wait
birthright
to see.
citizenship is going to the Supreme Court.
I can't wait to see how that goes. I can't wait to see how that goes.
So
He owns the court family. 2026. Y'all better get out there this time. And go there with the receipts of everything that he said he was going to do. Go there with the receipts of everything. Every Republican is laying down to Trump. You can't trust them. All of them laying down. All of them. Mitch McConnell talking tough now. The only reason why he doing it because he walking out the door.
He walking out. Well, we didn't like him anyway. We didn't like him anyway.
Man, Mitch McConnell, the Republican Party, what it is today because of Mitch McConnell. Y'all better put some respect on Mitch's name. Y'all better put. The only reason why he talking tough right now is because he out the door. He ain't mad at this.
Yeah,
he ain't mad at this.
Republican. He doesn't. He's not the strong arm as now. He is doing a lot better job this time as far as doing more, like actually getting control of stuff and start hitting the ground running. But Cash, Tulsi, RFK, they up in the air, man. You got 3 senators that's kind of like so that he may or may not get them.
RFK is not qualified, family. RFK should not be anywhere near healthcare. He shouldn't. RFK shouldn't be anywhere near healthcare. Tulsi Gabbard, you know, you could say you might not like her politics, but she qualified for that job. You know, Kash Patel, I don't know enough about Kash Patel. I know he read a book. I know he wrote a book where he was like a wizard to saving Trump.
He was part of national intelligence when Trump was in last time.
Okay. He also wrote a book where he's a wizard who saves Trump. It's crazy, man. It's a children's book. It
sounds like a good book.
It's a children's book. Hey, man, I don't know. Out of them, book. Yeah, man. It's wild. They might not, but yeah, they should be up in the air. They should be.
They're always up in the air. We don't. Yeah. We want to get. We are trying to get rid of those 3. McConnell's gone anyway, but Susan Collins and I forgot the other woman's name. I forgot her. Yes, Susan Collins and somebody else. But yeah, we didn't like them in the beginning. That's why we got rid of Romney.
I mean, everybody else just falling behind Trump. Like I said, they just whatever he says.
Those are the people we want. Give him his cabinet. Those are the people. They spoke before those names came out before he even. They was with him speaking at the rallies and stuff. So we know exactly who they are.
You get to pick your cabinet, but you got to pick. You keep talking about the best and brightest every time. You got the best people. Pick the best people. How is RFK qualified for this job? He doesn't believe vaccines exist. I mean that or work. He believe they. I mean he don't believe they work. He think they're fake. He think it's all made up science. It's not like it's you can reasonably question the COVID vaccine, family. I don't know what this does for online stuff now. I don't know if that can I don't know if that gets us taken offline. But
no, not anymore.
Okay, yeah. You can reasonably question that vaccine. There's too many questions around COVID. Too many questions about how fast it came out. All these different people. It seemed like a money. You can reasonably question that. Polio. Come on, man. Like our grandparents' generation knew about polio. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's the one that's at all 3 of them are up in the air the most.
Yeah, man. He has no big. He's not qualified. He shouldn't be there. Like I said, Tulsi Gabbard. You know, you can argue that, but she at least you can't say she's not qualified. And they got the same thing with Cash. If he was head of security, what he was before.
National intelligence.
Yeah. If he had that background, you could not like his politics, you could not like his book, but you know, like at least he qualified. RFK not qualified. Not.
Yeah, when he was a Democrat, he was qualified for everything, but now he's a Republican, not qualified.
I've never said I was. You know that you must be talking to somebody else. You must be talking to somebody else. You can't use those same arguments on me with the other conversations you be having. I never was with RFK. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a lot more for Tulsi Gabbard. I thought Tulsi Gabbard was a real one, but you can see she, like y'all talk about Kamala flipped from 2020. Tulsi flipped from 2022. Like Tulsi is a completely different Tulsi than she was in 2020.
Well, at least she flipped to the other side.
Yeah, she flipped to the way you like. But I'm saying, but she was way closer to Bernie than she was to Biden in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like Tulsi was, yeah. So, but yeah, but again, she qualified though. But no, RFK, yeah, not for that. Not he don't need to be nowhere near hell. I think he's a lawyer. Let him practice law. Nowhere near hell. Family, this has been the Conservative as Christ show with LJ and the Wretch. We are back this week every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6:30 to 7:30. Until next time, keep them with you.
Get locked in and stay locked in. This is the Conservative as Christ show.